So we just showed the NL playoff picture and the race for that final wild card spot. That is tight, but it's also a tight race atop of the NL, gentlemen. Only 2 games separating 3 teams for the best record, and the Dodgers, the Phillies, and the Brewers. And the Dodgers and the Phillies have been kind of battling it out for most of the regular season for that top spot, Jim.
Yeah, they certainly have been. But here's the thing to keep in mind, right? With the Brewers, the Dodgers, and the Phillies, they all are really good at home. They all have great home records. So you want to have home field advantage. You want to finish with the best record. And although we always talk about the Dodgers and Phillies being the 2 best teams in the league, and the reason is because they are, but the Milwaukee Brewers actually have a better run differential than the Dodgers and Phillies. Their run differentials plus 133, Dodgers at 112, and the Phillies are at 110. And so this Milwaukee Brewers team has a shot to end up with the best record. I think it's going to go down to the very end to decide who has home field advantage, but I think it's going to matter.
Yeah, it's so interesting to me because I have to deal with these teams in the power rankings every week. And anytime I'm trying to figure out who should be #1, every single team has some major warts to them. I think the Phillies seem like the most well-rounded team with the 4 really good starting pitchers now that Ranger Suarez is back off the injured list. The back end of the bullpen, we saw that on display last night in the Sunday night game. Several relievers that they can go out there and give them multiple innings of zeros if they need to. And the offense, we know what kind of firepower the Phillies have. The Dodgers have amazing talent on offense, especially now that Mookie Betts is back, now that Max Muncy is back, along with Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, and Teoscar Hernandez, who's having a great year. Then you look at the Brewers, and they seem like they have the least amount of talent on paper, especially with the Dodgers having all those rotation issues with all their injuries, and Clayton Kershaw can be added back to that list. And then the Brewers, Christian Yelich is out for the season, and you just think, man, it doesn't look like they have as much talent as those 2 teams. But I think you could also argue they've been the most consistent of these 3, even if they have a little bit fewer wins, because they don't get nearly as hot, but they also don't get nearly as cold and as frustrating as the other 2 teams, I don't think.
We all know that the offseason is a crucial time for any MLB team, and the Dodgers are no exception. Our team is always on the lookout for the best opportunities to strengthen the roster, and this time will be no different. With the need for a strong arm in the rotation, all eyes have been on the big names available in the market. But while many are focused on Garrett Crochet from the White Sox, there's another name starting to gain traction in the rumor mill, TARIK SKUBAL, the talented left-handed pitcher from the Detroit Tigers. Even though it's expected that SKUBAL might be traded during the offseason, reliable sources like John Morosi of MLB Network suggest that the Tigers aren't too eager to let him go. According to Morosi, the Tigers are holding firm. They're not desperate to trade him. This means that for the Dodgers to land SKUBAL, they'll have to make an offer that really makes the Tigers think twice. This could include some of our most promising talents, like Gavin Stone, Miguel Vargas, or even Andy Pages, along with Dalton Rushing. But is it worth it? Now, it's important to remember that the competition for SKUBAL won't be easy. Teams like the Baltimore Orioles are also eyeing him, and with a strong base of position players, they might have the edge in negotiations. Meanwhile, the Tigers' rotation is set for the future, but what they really need are star players in the field. So, Dodgers fans, what do you think? Should the Dodgers go all in to secure SKUBAL, even if the price is steep? Or is it better to focus on other options in the market? Drop your thoughts in the comments, share this news on your social media, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest news about our team. Let's stick together, because this offseason promises some serious excitement.